Thank you, Warner Brothers, for sponsoring this video. Hey there friends, how's it going? I'm Ben Snow, and today we're gonna discuss some of the major highlights of the second Hogwarts Legacy's gameplay showcase. We got so many things revealed. We got the open world, the combats, the slaughtable, unforgivable curses, the personalizable room of requirement. Oh my god, there's just so many things. But first, I have to say this. Being community's guest host of the second gameplay showcase of Hogwarts Legacy was an experience of a lifetime, truly. Thank you, Warner Brothers and Avalanche Software, for bringing me to Salt Lake City. You know, meeting the developers and watching the showcase together with them was just an absolutely surreal experience. I was like starstruck all the time. They were all like celebrities, but at the same time, what I learned that they're just, you know, they're really just fans, kind of like us, of the wizarding world, of this game. They're really passionate about their work, and it was just amazing seeing their environments and the studio, and just seeing the, you know, the other side of Hogwarts Legacy, so to say. And so many unexpected things also happened during my visit. It was a roller coaster, and it became like a really unique adventure, and I can't wait to share with you guys with everything that happened during my visit. And I'm actually working on the edit of the video right now, but later we'll have to go the approval of Warner Brothers and also go through the process, the blurring out process. So with that being said, that video will come out after the holidays. But oh my god, I can't wait to share more with you guys. And again, thank you, Warner Brothers, for sponsoring this video. But for now, let's talk more about the gameplay showcase. Oh my god, first thing, the ceiling. I'm jumping directly to the room of requirement. This is insane. Like, I know this may or may not be for everyone, but to me, just being able to customize your own space or build something like oh my god, this is the best thing ever, honestly. It's almost like there's a little The Sims inside Hogwarts Legacy, but it's like the Wizarding World. Oh my god. That is probably my most favorite part, because we already know, of course, that unforgivable curses can be slaughtable, but the question is, can we actually kill anyone? Because they're slaughtable, but I don't know if those slaughtable menus change while we're in the castle. That is my question. Like, is it available at all times once you learn any of the unforgivable curses, or that's limited to when you're dueling specifically with the enemies, or, you know, like being in the battle arena? That is a question. But also, can I please just show you this?
Have some things over here that may...
Doink! Oh my goodness, the sound of that anvil hitting the enemy is just the best thing ever. And alright, I'm not gonna stick too long on this because I want to make a separate video talking about combat, but what I'm gonna say is that overall, it feels very engaging, very high-paced, I want to say. There's a lot of things going on the screen. And just like Alex said, we do have some of that, you know, more or less a common thing in games where, you know, enemies kind of wait their own turn. They're gonna stand there, wait until, okay, you go kill him, and then you kill that guy, and they're like, okay, next one. But at the same time, I want to say I agree to disagree to that, because what I see happening is kind of strategized approach from the enemy side. While one character can be attacking you, another one will be standing to the side, and he starts like casting slowly, and then the ground below you starts to electrify. Even here, I first said, oh, that archer is not really doing anything, but no, then you can actually tell that he's reaching for a bolt, he's reloading the thing. So they're not just kind of standing and waiting, they're doing something. And the same thing about the wizards or the goblins, right? You cast a spell and they react to it. They kind of back off a little bit. They kind of, oh no. They get scared or something, and then they either attack or they go in the back and try attack from the back or reposition. So there are a lot of things going on, and the important thing also to keep in mind that here the difficulty, I think, was set to almost minimum, I believe, because the health bar barely moved. Though I think that was done for the sake of this showcase in order to showcase all the spells and not die all the time. Also, another important thing is the ancient magic is freaking incredible. Look, on one occasion, you can just turn an enemy into a chicken. And on another, you obliterate the enemy with a blast. Just like Voldemort, it kind of explodes into pieces. So my question is here, how do you switch between those ancient magic spells? Because turning a person into a chicken or obliterating them, two very different things. And I didn't see, any prompt to choose a spell, or maybe you press those two buttons and then any other face button, or on the D-pad maybe, I don't know, because those are two different spells, and we do know at least another one that we saw in the state of play where there's a lightning, right? That's an ancient magic spell for sure. And then also the ancient magic dash. I'm not sure if that's actually the ancient magic dash. It looked to me because of the bluish glow. So that is a mystery overall that is left here. But yeah, I honestly think that the combat is very fluid, very advanced. And what is the best part? It feels fun. Everything plays together, because once you listen, I'm rewatching it right now. I'm like, oh my god, this sounds amazing. The sound effects and the visual representation of every spell is phenomenal. Just like I pointed out, the sound of that anvil hitting the enemy or exploding the enemy or just the spell swishing by. All those sound designs, they add to the overall experience, and I love it. There's a troll attacking you here, there's a goblin trying to get you from the back, you explode a barrel or something else, or you cast venomous tentacular, a freaking tree. You conjure a tree to appear on a battlefield and launch whatever goo into the enemies. That's another thing. Versatility. That's what this combat has. Really different approaches. You can be taking dark magic approach, or you can go through the spells, or use absolutely different ways to destroy the enemies. They said this is going to be an advanced combat, and it looks advanced. Of course, the open world. It's truly massive. Obviously, it looks absolutely pretty. There's so many things going on. We first fly through the area and fasten the Hagrid's hut. I believe this is the Hagrid's hut. Obviously, Hagrid is not in there, but the location of it is where it was in the movies, at least, well, starting from the third one. As the character flies first on the broom and then on the hippogriff, there's so much going on the map. As part of the variety of different icons that we saw, we got the leaf, that is the Merlin's puzzles. Then there is an icon of a gate. Another looks like a labyrinth. There are icons with animal claw, with like a bear claw. Those look like places where you can discover beasts. Then some triangles. I'm not sure what is this icon, but it did appear in the swamp area and in the graveyard. Then of course we got chests, flute, network flames, then icons with question marks, another triangle icon with a skull inside of it, and then another skull outside of it. And that looks like that's an enemy camp. And every time we pass a certain area, there would be red arrows appearing on the map indicating that there is an enemy. Not always we could see those, but in one moment we could see there was spider, then there were goblins and other creatures. And as we pass through certain enemies, you get these dueling feats, like complete the battle in time, or use a mandrake against an enemy, keep an enemy airborne, etc. So that is the overall feel I get from this open world. It is a massive land with different kinds of environments. There's lots of encounters, lots of enemies in the ground, so many icons, so many points of interest to discover. And the landscapes are just phenomenal, and they feel like they are from the late 1800s, and at the same time they feel like they're all part of the Wizarding World. All these structures, they're all kind of, some have crooked chimneys, or they're almost embedded into a tree, or these ruins that are seen in the background, they're like castle-like towers. The overall environment telegraphs you, this is the Wizarding World, this is a magical world. And of course, you're not gonna see in areas between the settlements too much activity, right? But yet you still find random NPCs walking down the road, or some standing on top of a cliff conjuring some magic. And on the map, the icon indicates that we can go and talk to that person and have a little quest with him, with her. I think that's a her. Or some creatures lurking around, and also beastry. That's something that I was really hoping is going to be in the game, that we're not going to only see magical beasts, but regular beasts. And we see sheep, we see cows, and just birds flying around, and I'm sure there's going to be more animals overall. So there's a lot of things going on, and the world feels absolutely natural and populated. I don't have a sense of emptiness. It feels rich with life and activities. So many things to discover, so many things to explore here. Also, we passed a couple of different posts with direction signs towards different settlements or locations on the maps, and there's a lot. In this hamlet, there are 8 signs. We have Arranshire, Lower Hogsfield, Brockborough, obviously Hogsmeade, then there is Graveyard, Danger something. That there's a lot of settlements, and of course when the environment changes to winter time, it is, oh my god, it's absolutely beautiful. It looks real to me, that, you know, all the trees covered in snow, all this shorelines, and it doesn't look like everything is just white. No, there are some shrubs that look different. They're just kind of dried out as they usually get in the winter. Some trees don't have leaves anymore. It looks natural. It feels authentic and realistic. Very cool. Very cool. And remembering the fact that Chandler said at the end of the showcase that all of this is just a tip of an iceberg, makes me so excited, because that means that because they are okay with showing all this customization, all this combat, all this open world, all this information, it means they are okay to show this because they have so much more in the back. The game has so much more to offer than everything, and honestly, they have shown a lot of things. You know, we've seen the proof of fantastic, detailed Hogwarts. We've seen the proof of open, massive world. We've seen the proof of engaging and challenging combat. We have the proof of a brand new story, different side quests, and amazing sound design and score. We have proofs of this game being much more than what we really asked for, honestly. That is my true opinion about this, that we can nitpick about so many different things about this game, and we will always be, and it's fine, and it's so, of course we will. Of course we will nitpick on things. But you know, before Hogwarts Legacy was announced, we wanted a really well-made game set in the wizarding world to be able to explore Hogwarts and do many things. And we got it. But I feel like we got so much more than what we asked for. Well, we did ask for Quidditch. We didn't get that. We also don't get Wizard Chess. Okay, sure. We didn't get absolutely everything, but I feel like we did get more than what we were asking for in one way or another. Honestly, like, the fact that you can customize this whole area, you can make these chairs go small, change colors, you can move them around, you can make change statues and breed your fantastic beasts in the vivarium. I mean, sure. I feel like I can do other stuff. I can do all of this instead of playing Wizard Chess. This sounds like a lot of fun. So, and guys, I want to continue talking for hours about this, but I have to end the video because it's now getting way too long. I apologize for too long a video, and yeah, there will be more dedicated videos coming later on about different specific topics from the showcase, like the combat, the open world, the RPG. We'll talk in more details about all that. And also, hello, what was that last moment? That very last clip deserves a video on its own. And again, thank you, Warner Brothers, for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.